Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim. Oh, my name is Jim, and welcome back to this channel. How are you? What's going on with the light? Yes, welcome back to the channel. How have you been, my guys? Good to see you. Good to be here again, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everything? How is everything, my people? We are here again for another stream, for another interaction. Yes, interaction. You talk to me. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hello. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Kindly remember to give a like and let me know who is in the building. Let me know who is in the building. Who is in the house? There's a time I say that, let me know who is in the building or who is in the house, and somebody was like, you think this is your house? Just a hair, So, yeah. I had to start telling me, you think this is your house? No, my God. Just connect. Sometimes language is something that people want to use and bring some conflicts that are not supposed to be there. So if you tell somebody, will come to my house and you think this platform is your house, and you're like, what's that? What's that? What did you just say? You're not understanding? Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome, and please remember to give a like to the live stream and let me know who is in the house. For me, I'm from 254. 254 here. From 254. How about you? 254 is actually the code of Kenya. So mostly you'll be like, I'm from 254, or instead of saying Kenya, from 254. Yes, that's the country came from, Kenya. Yes. How are you? Who is in the house? Who is in the building? Who is in the building? Please remember to give a like. And also, if you are new to this channel, remember to subscribe. We are on the road to success, but our current target is, we're headed to 30k subscribers. Virginia, hi. Hello, Virginia. It's been a while. How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you. How is everything? Uh, what's the code of South Africa? For us here, I know. Oh, greetings, Jim. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. How have you been? It's been a while. I'm good. Oh, good. Nice to hear. Nice to know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 2427. Hey, only 2 digits. Okay, that's nice. Some have three. Oh, that's nice. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Uh-huh. Seeing you here, I think it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful the day's good. The day's ending nicely. What are you up to? Just here to catch up with you guys, to get to interact to you guys. Yes. Yeah, I know maybe you've been actually I had to postpone visiting Nyabohansi. Do you know why? Because the big boss is not in the village. So maybe the minute they'll be coming back, the minute they will be back, yes, then I'll be making my way there. Yeah, I had to hold on because again, it's not good. That's the main person I'm supposed to meet. So if he's not there, and for 2 weeks, that was such a long time. Maybe if I had a target to be there for 2 weeks, you see, and he was away for 2 weeks again. Yeah. So I had to hold on. Maybe you're wondering, why is Jim still not in the famous village? Yes, I had to postpone because the dates had actually chosen were exactly the days they were leaving the village. And it was not so good to say maybe I'll be heading there when things are no when they are not in the village. So I said, Jim, hold on for some time until they are back, then you'll be heading there. Yes. Uh, did you manage to contact him? Yeah, actually, I contacted her. Yeah, I contacted her on her Instagram. We in fact, I was even telling her, and then she's the one who was like, no, 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 but those dates, no, no, no. Yes, she actually also did tell me the dates you have chosen. Uh, the dates are not so well because also Maro you was not going to be in the village, so I had also to tell her about she had also to talk about that, and it's okay. So the next date when Mara comes back to the village, that's when I'll be heading there. Everything went well. Yeah, we are hopeful for everything. I'm hopeful for everything. I'm hopeful. That's all I can say. Okay. Thank you so much. Kindly remember to give a like. As you join, give a like to the live stream. Give a like. Give a like. Thank you so much. I know Virginia Mamdigama has already given a like. Who else is in the building? Please talk to me. Let's interact. Talk to us. We are now three. You two and me here. We make. Okay. Now we two. Yes. Um. Yes. Oh yes. Everything so fine. How far are you with the hours? With the hours. Something funny. Let me surprise you. Do you remember the time I was saying? You remember the time I was saying like I'm remaining like with the less 100. Actually, with that time, 100 again reduced, 100 watch hours reduced, and I was like, what's the problem? Huh? Yeah, yeah. Why are you laughing? Yeah, the reason I'm laughing is because I was expecting like, yeah, I'm almost remaining only with less than it was less than 100. Yes, that's the time. I remember talking to you and I was telling you remaining like with it was 200. And then they came, they were reducing. By the time it was almost remaining like 100, then 100 reduces. So right now, yes, I still have some few. It's just very few. Uh, we're remaining with so far like it's less than 30. 30, then it will be okay. 30. I think maybe if they will update tomorrow or the next day, then it will be okay. Well, I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see that monetization and the dollar sign on this because the watch hours, it's a tricky. Yeah. But we it will be well. It will be well. Almost well. The place that where I've come from or where I'm from, that's the farthest place, it's almost. You're tricky indeed. Yeah, tricky. Very tricky. I remember I was excited. I was like, maybe in the next 2 days, I was thinking about that. Like in the next, like, then they reduced. So hopefully, yeah, it's because that's because also because I have watch hours like for over like that's been 2 years. So probably you could find some maybe it's gone beyond beyond a year, so they have to reduce. Yeah, but it's going to be nice. We're hopeful for everything. Yeah, and All the best. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's nice. I was saying, whenever I see you on the stream, then it means the days were ending well. Yeah, it's that's nice. You see, it's a good sign. Mm-hmm. This game indeed is not for the weak. This is not for the weak. It is not. It's not. But sometimes I think is it luck or because I look at some channels. I look at some channels. I remember there was somebody. There was somebody back in. Yeah, please. She okay. She's she's a she's a young lady. She started her YouTube and like in 3 months she was monetizing. Okay. She didn't have help like just starting up like and not like maybe having knowing collabos. And I think things vary. For some of us we've for some of us we start and it's taking long. I really don't know what determines how the channels work, but yeah, even you can decide. At some point, you can decide. You say, "I'm going to dedicate myself. Like I'm going to be posting daily. I'm going to push." Yeah, a bit things seem tricky. It's still tricky somehow. Still giving you some challenges and like, why are things not working? But I realize I was happy for you when I saw subscribes more than 20,000. Yeah. It comes, there's a point where it comes and peaks, but now it has to peak and find you in the right course. If you're in the right course and it peaks, you are good. Like for me, it peaked, yes, but I was not in the right course. So, you see, I had to delete those videos and I think that ended up affecting the channels at some point. But all is well. All will be well. We continue, no retreat. They say no retreat, no surrender. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing until you see it happening. Yeah. I also encourage for you. I also encourage you to keep pushing. Just keep pushing. You'll see things open up like, and you'll be like. So just pray that when they open up, they find you in the right course. When you are in the right course, and then in the right course, that I mean that when there's nothing to interfere, like there's nothing to come in between, and like maybe become a challenge again. So once it picks and you are going like, huh? Yeah, people sometimes just support you by subscribing and not really watching. Yeah, like like this, like the subscribers from Restream because that's where I got more subscribers on Restream. It's tricky. It's tricky. And that's why I like it when Marwa says, my subscribers are not a million, but they're active. It is better you have, maybe if you have some subscribers, some, not in large numbers, but they are active. That keeps your channel going, because what we need in these channels, it's at some point, if you are posting, uh, because it also needs internet, paying for internet and so on. So if you have subscribers that are supporting, like watching your videos, liking whenever you post, they are there to subscribe, to watch you, it makes it better. It makes a difference than to have this than to have thousands they have thousands of subscribers and they are not watching, they just subscribe, and it's like one way, subscribing and going, and like they will never come back to watch your videos, you'll never come back to be on your channel, like to like just once and gone. So that's what's happening with the Restream subscribers. Subscribers are those are same as to those subscribers. You you ask please, can you subscribe to my channel, when they just asking, they are not interested, like they have no something that they don't have something that it will be pushing them to, okay, as much as it is there, and they are not interested on following you, that means they're just going to be inactive. They are not going to follow up you some days, unless that one happens only by by luck, by good luck, when you are in a position now, you're blowing up, and they're like, and they'll be like, hey, I remember you coming. You see, sometimes when you are in that position, like when you rise, and people will tend to people we tend to associate ourselves with such, you'll be like, yeah, you remember you're coming to me sometime, and I'll like, yeah. So at least there will be a story, and they want to be recognized. But sometimes if there's if it's not working for you and you're not yet there, it's something else. No, it's something else. Yes, guys, kindly remember to give a like to the live stream, and let me know who else is in the building. We have Virginia Mamdigomu from South Africa. Who else? He's my friend here. My friend. My friend from 254. From my friend from the big city. Are you present? I guess you are here, my friend. Sometimes when you arrive, I intend to, ooh, okay, they Robert, hey, you changed the name? Has the name changed? Oh, Robert. Oh, Robert has keeps changing the name or what? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, Mr. Robert? I know that's no ego. No ego is the one who uses this account. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, they are active and he is enjoying his work. Yeah, it's good when you have. I have two accounts. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's good, sir. It's very nice having those subscribers that are always there. They are following you up. Yeah, Restream was something else. They only join you once. Like is it sounds like something that we have here in Kenya. Like if you there's a certain song they say one time. It's like one time subscribers. They subscribe once and forget you. Yeah, those are from Restream. Restream subscribers are like that. But you, the team from the commando, you guys are active. But it's something that also uh, it's built when it's built over time. Once you are moving and it's building, you're building slowly, slowly, slowly. Then things will be there. But I like it. I like it that if you have you have them less numbers and you have support, that's amazing. Robert, greetings. That's from Virginia Mamdigoma. We are learning. Very true. Very true. We are learning. We are learning. They say there used to be one of my teacher used to be like every day is a learning day. It would be like be be keen, be always be keen. Every day is a learning day. It was like every day is a learning day. Be keen, be keen. Every day is a learning day. Yeah, that's how things happen. Like that's how things work. Like yes, when you are through some things, you get to know. Okay, this is what goes on here. And you're like, okay, this is what happens here. Yeah. So every day is a learning day. Kali MTN Wagwan. Oh, Kali, welcome. Kali, I just talked about you some talked about you some few minutes ago, and here you come. Thank you so much, Kali. How is Nairobi? How is the big city? Yes, every day is a learning day. And that teacher of mine used to be strict. He will tell you every day is a learning day, and at the same time, he didn't encourage. He never encouraged you yawning. Like the moment he will see you yawning in his class, that's like committing like that's an offense. Why are you yawning in my class? He used to be like, that's a sign of laziness. But yawning comes, yawning it's natural, and sometimes it's associated with various things. But I really don't know which one is which one. Because sometimes they say if you yawn, maybe it's some cold and you're tired. Sometimes they say it's because you're tired. Sometimes they say it's because you are hungry. And sometimes they say so there are a lot of things about it. How are you, my premier gang? Oh, that's Kali. Kali is a premier gang, and you guys always on the premier, never missing. You are good. You are good team players. Team players. You guys are the best. It's a good team. If even having 100 of you or hundreds of you, that's that's uh huh? That's a huge team and a very strong one. Kalimtian says Nairobi is hot and dusty. How about Eldoret? Eldoret is not yet dusty. A little bit of rains. Yeah, the rains are reducing. Yes. And of course, we're heading into harvesting season. Yeah, slowly the rains are going down. It wants people to start harvesting, and also kids and everybody making some money. I don't know if this thing is in South Africa for you, Virginia. There's a, there's something here in Kenya. Once the owner harvests their whatever, mostly it's corn. Mostly it happens with corn. But also here I've seen to do with wheat. Yeah, the wheat also here I see some big farms, because here we have some large farms whereby the farmers also employ use of machines. And they always say machines don't harvest when you're using the harvesters to do something like wheat, not weed. Jim, it is wheat, not weed. Let no one come for me like, where's the weed you planted and you're harvesting? No, it is wheat, for WHEAT, that wheat, yes. Sometimes I see when wheat has been harvested, of course it's because it's large tracts of land or large farms where machines are deployed. And mostly we have this notion. Is it a notion? Yes, there's this notion whereby people say machines don't harvest so fully, like they will not harvest like people. But at the same times, people may, when people get tired, they may tend to now say, let it be, what we've collected is enough. So it depends. It all depends on the mode, or on the status too of a person. If they are tired, they are going to be like, no, leave. They are going to leave some things behind, or when harvesting, because it all depends on human labor at some point. If it's human labor and these people get tired, they're human beings. Some of them, they are pushed by some anger issues. Some of them they have what they have their problems that they are going through. So they will be like, nah, they will end up just doing not so effectively, because at the end of the day, it's always like, this is not mine. It's not mine because and sometimes if you are rich, and the guys that are you have deployed, or the guys that you've employed to do it, they'll be like, this is a rich man. Definitely, that's enough. So those remains, usually for those that need them, you go and start getting the remainders of wheat or corn. So right now, that's the season, be it for corn in the farms, be it for wheat. Like some farms around my place here, they grow wheat. So mostly people in the city that come from the village, they know when using machines will also leave a lot of they will end up leaving a lot of harvests. Like, they don't clear completely, they leave a lot behind. So that's an opportunity for them to go and pick the remainders after the owner has gotten his share. They call it the owners. After the owner's share, then it remains the people's share, whereby your hard work on looking on the remains of such, that's where you that's where you'll get, or that's where you'll be lucky, depending on the efforts you're putting in. Nowadays, some farms are fully mechanized. The combine harvesters and tractors have high accuracy. Oh, but there's that notion, yes. Use they you sometimes back there used to be that notion. Do you remember that? Even I remember we used to have these tractors, the shell that used to shell, huh? The shell, the corn. Sometimes back, people used to be like, okay, they'll be choosing. They'll be like, sometimes tractors don't do it very well. Those are just. It's better you go slowly, like hitting the corn. Then at the end of the day, making sure that you've actually gotten all the corn from the maize cobs. Yeah. So, but with the as time goes by, improvements are made, and we have accuracy, we have efficiency, and that's the thing. Yeah. But there used to be that notion. There used to be that notion like, okay, when you use machines, blah blah, they don't clear everything. They leave a lot behind. So that used to be the notion actually. In Nyabohanzi, they are planting now. Maybe some are late. Yes, Nyabohanzi, yeah, they are planting. They are planting. It's a planting season for them. It's the second planting season. At least for them, they have two planting seasons, and that's why sometimes I think once God bless me, I'll buy land in that village. I'll buy land in that village. You know where I come from? I was surprised sometimes. You know what? It was in 2021, when I visited Kisii, and they were like, we have two planting season, and I was like, what? You mean you plant 2 seasons a year? And they were like, yes, we plant 2 seasons a year. And I was like, oh, so that's so nice. I thought I had seen it all until in 2023 I visited Nyabohanzi and I was like, oh, where I am from, you can't see green corn in the farm, like corn in the farm, and here you guys have corn in the farm. Like, what? Where are you? Which world are you living in? Like, they were like, oh, we have two planting seasons. You know, for us, we plant twice a year. For corn, we do twice in a year. And like, just like that, they are like, yeah, the season here, everything grows. And like, yeah, there's some places back in the western region of the country that also have such, but they do different. I think it's so different. All these places have unique characteristics at large. Yes, Kali, Nairobi is rough. Uh, 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 they are computerized now with GPS, so you can monitor the tractor without being inside. Yeah, that's good. That's the beauty of technology. Technology, it's doing wonderfully. Hmm? Technology is doing very well. Very well. That's the beauty of it. Um, Kali says, not that much. Uh-huh. They are blessed. Yeah, they are blessed. Rain here is scarce. Yeah, they are blessed. And for us, yeah, that's why I was wondering. In this region, the only time we receive rains, it's like from April until like now, October. This October, the rains begin to go. They begin to go until they will be November, little rains, then maybe December partially, then January it is a total mess. A total mess. A time of the year that I don't like. January. January it is dusty, it is windy, it's not pleasant at all. That's the type of the weather that I don't like. That's when I begin to say, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's better the rains. It's better the rains when it rains and it's cool and you are walking without your shoes being dusty, walking, no dust being swept in your eyes, and it's, uh, it's cool, it's good. January is that kind of weather. So we are like, we are all in different in different parts of the world with different season completely. You might go in a place and they're receiving, like there's a place like places like in the world where I've seen some YouTubers traveling. Like there's this YouTuber from Kenya. She's Diana Daisy. She went to Papua New Guinea and she was doing she cruised across Papua into some places, some city, and it was like what raining like cats and dogs, and like everything grows, everything grows on the land. Like there's plenty of water, and like, and you get to see like we in different parts of the world with different um seasons at the end of the day. Yeah. So also South Africa, even the rains are scarce. Oh, and yeah, and for you South Africa, you see it's different. The your your seasons are seasons for South Africa are so unique and different. They're like those of Europe, and this where now geography comes in, because partly South Africa experiences weather conditions such as like for South America, or the story of that. Now this is where the story of geography to do with the Gondwana land, separation and what over time, because characteristics come in now, like Gondwana land. Oh. Yes, even here January is so hot and dry. Worst month. Ah la 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 la. January don't. I don't know. I just some January are the times I feel like I should be. I wish my channel was doing so well so that I just travel to some place that is so cool. I come back when January has elapsed. Over here January, it's not easy. It's not easy. So it's like also you experience the same thing in South Africa. Apart from the snowing thing, South Africa snows too. How about when it snows? I bet that's another one again. But we thank God. At the end of the day, all these things we end up adapting. We adapt. We adapt and try to fit in as it is. Yeah, but January for me, it's that month that I'm always like, I wish I was somewhere else. Somewhere else, so that you are not into this dust and so on. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh. And I've been praying all over the time, like January. No, not more Januaries to find me here, because it's always something else. Something else. Uh, Now it means, you see now, for a place like Nyabohanse, January they will still be experiencing full rains. They will be having rains. and also part of Kisii. I remember 2021 visiting 2021, yeah, visiting 2021 visiting Kisii. That was around January, and I was surprised for the first time. That was my first time being there, and I was like, I was from this side. It is dry, very dry, and the heat was like extreme. Then arriving there, it's raining, and I was like, what? Are you serious? Are you for real? You're having rains here? Ah, and for Kisii, it's also it's hilly. It's hilly, and at the end of the day, these places all experience different characteristics. You'll find out that Kisii at this point during January they're having rains all through, yes, but it's hilly. Now the challenge comes if you're the type of person that doesn't like to move around and like uh, on those hilly places. Greetings everyone in the house. Jim. Yeah, greetings to you, Shaz Live and Travel. How have you been? Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Mm-hmm. Shaz Live and Travel, greetings. That's from Kali MTN. Oh, Kali, my son. That's from Shah. Yes. So, the all these places, you'll find there are some good things, and that may work for you, and at the other side, you see a disadvantage. But at the end of the day, after you are in these places, you get to acclimatize, you get to fit in with the conditions. You adapt. Yes, you adapt completely, and you're good to go. Once you're a local, you'll be like, it's okay, we used to it. This is the best environment. Yeah, and that's what happens most of the time. Just getting off work. Wow. Okay, and so it means you are driving home. Uh, means you're driving home. What is the topic about, my son? Today it's just random. We are from talking about the good weather conditions and so on. And we are talking about the beautiful village of Nyabohansi, where the season is favorable, and been trying to compare here and there. And also right now, this side where I am, it's the time for it's a harvesting season. It's harvesting season. Of course, it's corn. Most parts it's corn, because that's what most farmers do plant and this market. And some areas like this region that I am, we have wheat for WHET. At some point, there's someone who, because of the slip of the tongue, you might end up saying weed, and someone will be like, what weed are you talking about? So you are doing weed business? No, it's wheat. Yes, so it's a harvesting season over here, and mostly we have a culture. It's a culture here. Once the owner gets their share, then we have guys then the villagers or the locals also have their share, and this depends with the efforts that you are putting in. You go find the remainders, be it wheat. I've seen it. It's like something that has been happening for for so long. For so long, growing up, I've seen this. Also, myself, growing up as a kid, I've gone in the. Of course, I used to be like when we are when we were harvesting our farm, in our farm, because my father did a lot of plant of corn during those times. He still does today, but in his farm only. Long time ago, growing up, he used to do his farm, and he will also rent like other people's land. Those people that don't want to go on to the struggle of planting corn in their farms. They rent to others. So my father used to rent as much as he would manage. Then, of course, he would plant corn, and during harvesting time, it used to be an interesting one. Uh, I will only do that during maybe there's this culture of when the owner gets his share, the remains goes to the locals and so on. So that used to be the thing. So when we're harvesting in our farms, it used to be so difficult. It used to be difficult for me to participate in the picking of the what of the remains of corn in the farm, because one is that you'll also be helping in the transportation, because in the transportation of the corn to home after it's harvested, you now load them on the carts. Sometimes it depends with the distance of the farm. So it will if it is very close, we are going to use carts and oxen. Huh? You have a set of carts, like one cart is being pulled by two oxens. Huh? The two oxens. So we'll have like maybe if it's very close place, we'll have like two carts with four oxen. That means a pair, like two carts each being pulled by a pair of oxens. So, and we'll be transporting maize to the home. Though it is little by little, it's not like a tractor. Tractors used to be good if you have a good tractor and trailer, and by then there used to be few. So carts and oxen carried the day most of the time. They used to carry the day. You'll go and as a young boy, do you know the joy it feels you being with mostly we used to be with our uncle. So you'll have an adult that's controlling, of course, and through that you'll also get to learn how to control the oxens pulling the cart. Once maybe your uncle realizes now you are competent. You have shown now you are competent. You can actually control this so that they are not messing up. The cart with the oxens. Some oxens, if they are also they tend to be rough, and they might just lead the cart into a ditch or into a tree somewhere. So you really need to be so careful when controlling. I remember when controlling, there are two things. There are two things that you can do. Usually, if your oxens are so nice, you hit a little bit, and sometimes you can talk to them. You talk to them like there are those that actually understand. If you are used to you have been working with them for so long, they understand everything. You'll talk to them and you'll see the action. For example, if you want them to bend or to negotiate a corner, you'll say comb, and you'll see them respond. Turn around the cart, and then they turn. And if you want to see them, you want them to move fast, you also talk to them. There's a certain way you'll talk to them, and you'll see them hurry. Huh? Pull it very quick and so fast, and they'll be hurrying. And if you want them also to use, also turning used to be depend. Sometimes you'll turn, you'll immediately make their tails very instant. You make an instant what? You just catch the tail and turn it on this side, and the oxen is going to turn to that side. And if it is this side, if it's on the right, you catch the tail of the oxen on the right, you turn it on the left, and they will turn on the left. And if you want them to turn on the right, you only use the oxen on the oxen on the left. You turn its tail on the right, and it will turn on the right. So that used to be one of the interesting things that you'll not want to miss as a kid. You just don't want to miss that. Eh? Being there in control of the oxen and the cart carrying the corn from the farm, that's one of the best. And at some point, the most interesting part is whereby after you offload the corn and the cart is light, at least you'll make them run so that to save time, and they'll be running, and that used to be so wonderful. You'll be enjoying as a kid. You are like now on. Hey, some of the things that brought joy into our growing up. They're so funny. It's so funny. Guys, thank you for coming. Kindly like the video if you haven't. That's from Virginia, I think. Yeah, guys, please remember to like. That's so nice. Thank you for that, for reminding our viewers to like. This is guy called. There is a guy called Kinyasa from David Junior's channel. Very hardworking now. Open a channel. He's saying his watching hours are close. His channel is like 2 weeks old. Yeah, this thing is it's luck. It's by luck, actually. It's by luck that things. Sometimes it's luck. That's why I was telling you, you can open up. There's somebody that can open up their channel, and that means this guy. There are some people that know him from David Junior's. You see, if you are connected to a bigger YouTuber, it is very easy, because simply what is going to happen is that the people that have been watching you on the channels of this big YouTuber are just going to, if once they are told, oh, somebody has opened the channel, they are going to come to your channel, and whatever you are doing, they are going to follow up in full. I just realized if you have hundreds or thousands of people watching you, and they watch the entire video, it really contributes. Like if you have a video of you have a video of 40 minutes or an hour, and then you have like let's say you have like 10,000 people watching that video full, everybody watching the video full, without skipping, without doing what? Aye, that's a nice one. That one, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. Believe me, it's a game changer. Once you have a video of 1 hour and you have 10,000 people watching a whole video, like just full. That's a game changer and so quick. It's so quick. Because some of us post, some of us, like for me, I post a video, and if you check, sometimes if you check the analytics on the analytics, you'll find out that the duration that people are watching your videos, maybe someone just watched for 5 minutes, another one, if they tried, they watched for 25 minutes, another one watched 30 minutes, and then the rest, it's below 5 minutes. So that one doesn't really give nice nice eh? When it comes to watch hours, it becomes very difficult. But in such a case, if you have those guys, like you have thousands watching you and they're watching like everything, they watch the full video. Game changer. It's very quick. Your monitor is very quick. Quick. Yeah, so that's where the challenge comes. Yes, he is so blessed. Yeah, that's a blessing. True. If after it means now there are some people that know him, and if he has been on David Jr.'s channel, means all these people have come in full support, and that's nice. Huh? So he has to put in the work, because at least there's some hope. That's a good one. And I also remember there are so many channels that those people that maybe were very close to Marwan, and they were opening up channels, and channels were just blowing. Blowing. Yeah. So I was talking about the harvesting season. Yes, the harvesting season, it's here, and that brought a lot of childhood memories. And so it used to be difficult for me to go looking, or to go looking for the remainders in our own farm, because one, you'll be on the cart, you'll be the one in charge, controlling the cart and driving the cows to home and in the farm, carrying the corn, transporting the corn home. So you'll not have time until maybe that time you are looking after the cows now in these farms. After harvesting, it takes some times before, for us, after we harvest this year, we are going to wait. The farms will just be there, and these guys, people are just going to leave the farms. They'll wait until the next planting season, which is next year. Around March, that's when people are going to start preparing their farms. They are now going to prepare their farms and so on. But after harvesting, the farms are going to be like that. So sometimes if you are lucky and you are grazing and the cows are not, you are grazing the cows in the process, you would also do the picking of the remains of what? Of corn. And that used to be some money after you sell, but it was so sad, because growing up, there's a 2 kg tin. Wish I had one here. Nowadays they are not so common. They are not so common because, one, people are no longer using the fat. They are cooking fat. Mostly during then, used to rely on cooking fat. And those tins, there are 2 kg tin of fat. Those ones are now for after using the whole fat. That tin remains for as a measure. It's used as a measure of to measure corn. It used to measure corn. So that one tin, growing up, it used to be like you'll find it trading. When there's a lot, everybody has corn in their home and like it's so a lot. It will start at 10 shillings. It will be like 10 shillings per tin. 10 shillings per tin. It can, and then it will begin to improve. It will go to 15 as time goes by, because when people harvest, they begin to store their maize. Some sell, and some sell part of it, and some um, store for the future use, and also maybe future selling when the prices are so nice. So mostly when it is all over, so people will be buying at a cheap price. It used to be as low as 10 shillings. So it will improve 15 shillings, then to 20 shillings, Kenyan shillings, and then it will go slowly 30. It used to be so slow. Okay, brother, bye bye. Okay, bye bye, Virginia. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for always being here. I appreciate. Yes. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. So it's 5:25. It's already midnight. It's midnight. It's midnight. Mid in the night. Oh my Lord. There are things that growing up I was really scared of. Hey, maybe during that time when you are grazing in the forest and then it starts raining and the lightning and thunder. Hey, lightning and thunder used to scare me. And at school we're being told when it rains, don't be close to a tree, don't take a shelter under a tree when it's raining, because lightning can actually strike you. So now it starts raining in the middle of nowhere and you are in between, in the forest, in the trees. That one, it used to be a disturbing thing. So you are like, now what can I do? The middle of the trees. The moment it used to be the moment you see lightning, whenever you are close to a tree, you'll begin to run far. You run far away. Far away. You run away from that tree, just being scared of Lightning, maybe it can strike the tree that you are close to. And that's one of the things that really troubled me growing up as a young boy, grazing the cows of my father in the forest. Ah, when it's raining and I'm in the trees, like in a large forest, that used to be traumatizing. Actually, you'll be like, you'll be watching out whenever you see lightning and you are shaking. If you are in close to a tree, you just move away so quickly. And I remember there was a time. There was a time. It was raining. It was raining that year. It was raining so bad. It was around in the March. It was around August. August. I think I was around 14 years. 14 years. And it was raining. It started. It started around 2 p.m. raining. It rained. We had sheltered at home, and during that time, I remember we had so many gods, like the gods, and the gods, cow, sheep, and the calves used to be combined to be one group. And I remember that time, because they were many, like they were making up a very large group. No ego, hello, yes. So they were making a very large group. And during the maize, during that time, Kaka, I've been just busy. Okay, I understand, Kaka. August usually. August usually is that time. Most there's corn in the farm. So we used to have a cowboy or someone that looks after them. But it was mandatory that during the evening time you go meet them, because the roads were narrow, and there are crops in people's farm. That's corn. Mostly, the goats are so cheeky. Like, goats can decide, when you have such large numbers, they are the ones. We have some goats that develop. Even generally all the animals, either the cows, they will develop this behavior. If they find out that they can walk very fast, and because they are in a group, there's that one which will run very quickly in front to go in someone's someone's land, eat some maize, eat some corn over there, break. Then when the rest of the group arrives, then it runs to the next. So that one used to be a problem. It will actually end up bringing problems to the between the owner of the corn and the animals. So it will be a problem. So to prevent that, it needed more. You to be like two of you, so that one walks in front and another one is behind, so that you are able to control such. I have to go now. Good night. Kali, thank you so much. Bye bye, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Yeah, good night. So to prevent such, you are needed to be two of you. One to walk Yeah, want to walk behind, in front of the group of the animals, and another one to be behind, so that to prevent conflict of like, oh, your animals spoiled my my corn and so on. So there's this one time, it was that evening, and it started raining early, like 2 p.m. And it was raining like the whole day. That from 2 p.m. it was raining. 3, it's raining. 3 p.m. it's raining. 4 p.m. it's raining. Now it is 5 p.m. Ray in the building. Professor, how are you? I'm good. I'm good, Ray. How are you? I'm good. Thank you so much for coming. Everything good, everything nice. We thank God. How have you been? It's been a while. Uh, it's me that has not been doing streams. Hmm? Yeah, yesterday I put on this like I was on the stream, and uh I didn't find it so nice, so I just ended very early. It was like 10 minutes, and I was like, I just called it off, and I was like, I'm tired, let me go sleep. Yeah, I'm so happy you are good. I've been missing the lives so bad. Oh, today you are, you are here. No problem. Today you are here. Yes. So during that day, it had rained and rained until 5. It was still raining. So it's that time you go and meet the cowboy on the road, so that you help to protect them, so that they are not spoiling people's crops. So I took an umbrella from home, and I was on the road heading to meet the guy that was with the animals. And it was like raining so bad, and at the same time we had lightning, too much lightning and thunder. You'll just see lightning once, and then what follows? It's a loud thunder. And I was like, oh, so I was really scared that day. Like, I was never scared. It used to, like, it will strike until you feel the house like shaking. And that's the time your parents telling you, like, go and meet the guy with the with the goats and sheep and calves. There used to be a large group it used to be a large group, because it was combined of three groups of animals, and some are cheeky, so they will just run ahead to go and spoil somebody's crop somewhere. So to prevent that, we united to be two. So there will be one, the shepherd, who takes care of them. So every evening you have to go and meet them, so that you control them on the road on the way to home. So that day it had rained, and remember, I'm not very good with the rains and lightning, and there's stories that we've been told in the school. Please always be careful when it's raining. Don't be close to a tree. Don't be shading under the tree. And you're like, it's raining now. So I did, most of the time when it's raining, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Even if I'm in the forest and I'm the one looking after the animals, it will be scaring. It will be scaring me, and I'm just praying this rains to be over. Or if it rains, I used to like it when it rains and it is so cool, no thunder, no nothing. It used to be good. But I really don't know, in those days, thunder and lightning was so common. It was a common thing. Oh, definitely can be dangerous when it's lightning. Yes, it's dangerous. And it is very dangerous. And I remember, because we used to be told, like, some boosters, the, the boosters have, usually they have lightning arrestor. And during those days, because even these companies, most companies that have put their satellites back in the villages, they were nowhere during those times. It was not yet there. So there's nothing like to control the excess, like maybe to weaken this. There's nothing to weaken the lightning, huh? Whenever it flashes and whenever it strikes and thunder, there's nothing to break its strengths. Like there was no lightning arrestor, nothing. The village was just like that. The only thing that were there, maybe the trees. And I think at some point it used to be so dangerous, because most of the time it used to be a common case. You'll hear that, do you know the lightning struck a tree somewhere? And it used to be a common thing. You'll just hear a lightning struck a tree somewhere. It, like, most of the time, because there was no like lightning arrestor, anything that were installed to make sure that that danger is reduced. And there my father tells me, go and meet the guy. And it has been raining. It's been a rough day. It's been raining. Cats and dogs and lightning and thunder. It's, hey. So I take an umbrella. Remember that day I take an umbrella, I put on my heavy jacket, and I put on a raincoat. Then I take an umbrella. And there were a lot of myths. There were a lot of myths about the lightning and thunder. You'll be told lightning like doesn't like something red. I've never proved that until today. I've never been shown that proof. I don't know if it was a myth or it was something that was true. Ray says, "Oh, here lightning causes so many wildfires in the summer. It can burn down thousands of acres of forest." E. Oh. Uh-huh. No, lightning is attracted to metal for sure. Yes, so yes. So the thing, no, there used to be something they say when you're putting on the colors, like the colors, they say that it doesn't like red colors. Do you know? You know what I mean? There used to be that myth over here. I've never proven that if it was true or, but they used to say, whenever you see lightning, you should not be in a red what? In a red attire or a red cloth or a red something red. So it used to be scaring. It would be scaring. Maybe at that time you are putting on red slippers and you are like, what's going to happen with me? Eh? So during that time, I take an umbrella, and this umbrella used to have different colors. It used to be have yellow, green, then white, then red. So I take the umbrella. Lol, I'm not sure about lightning, not liking certain colors, but I can understand hearing that would cause some stress. Yes. Yeah, there used to be a myth. I think that's a myth amongst the villagers. Africa, Africa has a lot of things, I tell you. But I think it was associated with some story. Yeah, just some stories behind it with the red thing. Like, you should not, when it's rain, don't put on a red color. You know, lightning can easily strike you in a red color. That used to be the thing, you know. It used to be the thing. And you are like, now what can I do? Whenever you'll find yourself, maybe you went grazing the animals and you have a red jacket and it's raining and you are like, what can I do now? Yeah, it used to be stressing, and you'll keep praying to your God, God protect me. And whenever lightning strikes and you are like, oh God, let it not see this red. Let it not see this red color. Let not this lightning see my red color, my red jacket. You see, that kind of a thing. And it will cause fear. A lot. It will put fear in you because it's something that you have had your age mates and at some point some grown-ups having that story and telling that story that if you put on lightning red, hey, lightning is going to strike you. You know, lightning doesn't like red color, and you are like, oh. And there was a lot of myth. Even they used to say, you know, lightning, it's like a roaster. Lightning is a red roaster. I was like, so this lightning is even it's like a roaster. They will tell these stories and you are like, oh my God. So this lightning is just like a roaster, and like it can end up it can end up distracting things, like it hits things, it strikes things, and they are completely down. Yeah. So, hey. So on that particular day when it had rained too much, from like 2 p.m. until it's around 5 in the p.m. and it is still raining, and it's still raining. My father tells me, now take an umbrella, go and meet the guy who went to look after the goats, sheep, and the calves. I take an umbrella, leaving home. And in that place, even just getting out of our house like this, lightning and thunder, and I'm like, oh, Dad, you can't forgive me for this, eh? And I have to go. And he's like, so immediately I'm getting out of the house, like, and I'm opening my umbrella, and remember it has some red somewhere. It has some red color somewhere, and out of the house, and I'm going. Ray says how it's so funny but scary for a young one who wouldn't know. Yes, lightning is like a roaster indeed. Yeah, they used to say lightning is a red roaster. And you know it, they will say it flies quickly. It flies quickly, and if it wants to go and strike something somewhere, it moves so fast, and you are like, oh my God. Shaz Life and Travel says, I'm back. Oh, Shaz Life and Travel says, Ray, Asha, my beautiful. Oh. Yes, and they will say, it moves so fast. It moves so fast. And it's a red roaster. And so they will even complete it well. So you see it is red, and it's a red roaster, and it doesn't like red colors. And you are like, oh my God. So one day I take an umbrella and I'm heading to meet the guy, the cowboy who had gone with a flock of sheep and the goats and the calves to meet him, because they used to destroy some crops on the way, so you need to be two of you so that you are controlling. So in the process, I'm just heading, and um, on the road, it's like 5 kilometer road to get to the forest. Walking like 2 kilometers, I had seen a lot of lightning and a lot of thunder sounds. So terrible and scary. So moving, it went like that until I reached there used to be a certain man in our village. He had a big family, and he used to grow coffee. And in his coffee, he had planted he had planted some trees, that support the growth of other plants. You know, we have some trees like eucalyptus. When you grow them, you'll find out that they have a bad shade. They end up affecting the undergrowth. So he had planted some trees. We call them, they used to call them jacaranda. So he had planted those trees. And immediately when I arrived at that point, lightning just went on. It flashed so powerful until I saw everything turn red where I was. Like, the light was too much, and I saw everything like turning red. And within no seconds, I just hear, looking on my left, I just saw a tree falling. A tree fall down. And it was like divided into two. It struck it like just in the middle and divided everything like this into pieces. The branches were falling there, and I was very close, like the trees, like 15 meters. 15 meters. And it struck the tree. It split the trees, throwing the branches over there, and I was like, what? I was nervous. I was shaking. Do you know, like the way you shake until you find your arms like this? And you are holding an umbrella and your arm is like this. All your arms are like this. Huh? Your arms are like this. Do you know what? I didn't go on with that. I never continued. I just turned back. I turned back and walked some meters back. There used to be a place of a shop. I went and stood there, and I said, I can't continue. I went and stood at the shop. You know these local shops where some people just make a local shop. It's made with mud and. So I went and stood there, just shaking, literally shaking. And if somebody looks at you and you're like, what have you seen? I've never forgotten that day. Where is no ego? No ego is he's been here and here, but he says he's a little bit busy. Shares Life and Travel says, I don't play with thunder and lightning. I'm always looking to go under my bed. Ooh, eh. And at least for you guys, sometimes for me nowadays I'm confident because I think there are some more there are lighting arrays at least that have been installed in some places. So it breaks the strength. During those days, we didn't have any lightning, like in the village. Even right now, we have some the companies, the service providers of the networks that are there. They have their boosters, but these boosters are so in far places, so it is not guaranteed. But nowadays, it is not as common as it was in those days. During those days, like within like a month or twice a month, you'll hear someone say, lightning struck a tree. Lightning struck a tree somewhere. Lightning struck a tree somewhere, and it was scaring. That's one of the things that really troubled me growing up. During rain days and having this lightning thing, and it used to be one of the scaring things in my life. Mm. uh, Oh, it's so funny but scary. It does move faster. It will roast a sausage in 2 seconds, Professor. Yeah, here in Africa, like especially in my village, they knew. If you ask somebody, how does lightning look? They will tell you, do you know what lightning is a roaster. Is a red roaster that moves so quickly, moves with a such speed that you will not see it. It's a red roaster, and I'm like, it moves so quickly. How did you know it is red? How did you know it is red? Huh? From that day when, like, after seeing it strike a tree just some meters from where I was, I said, oh God. I never forget that day. I never. May read the comments. Hey, where's I don't play. Oh, you are so lucky you aren't injured. Yeah, it was very close, like 15 meters from where I was. It was very close. And from the I turned and went to some shop. Some guy had built a shop just on the road, along the road. I went stood there shaking, shaking like. Yes, I would have been shaking as well. Yeah, it was a terrible experience. It was a terrible experience. And do you know, in Africa, it's so funny. It's so funny. It has specialists in everything. Do you know that in Africa we have some people, some guys. It's a belief that has been there, and it's true. There are some witches. There are some witches that were specialized using such like lightning and thunder to cause problems to their like those that are in conflict with. You will find out that we have some people that had some powers, like they would even send you lightning during the rain time. Just when it's raining, they send lightning to strike you. Lightning and thunder. Eh? I remember my cousin. My cousin told me one story, and that's where I'm connecting this from. There's a cousin, a lady cousin that we grew up with. Oh, yes, he's very lucky, especially holding an umbrella. Professor, the metal on any on anything will attract lightning, especially rod-like object. Yes, I used to know that, and because our science teacher had told us about that. So it was even more scary now. A parent is sending with an umbrella and is like, and at some point, you know, kept on like when I kept on switching off the umbrella, hmm? Just and putting it. It was a terrible experience, so scary. Hmm? Whenever it's thundered and lightning, I stay at my job until it stops. I refuse to be behind my wheel because I freak out. Oh my God. Sure, you will be safe in your car because of the tires. The rubber is a protector. And now it used to be like, don't be in contact with the water. And now it's raining. I'm not in gumboots. You know, growing up sometimes in Africa, parents, you'll either have gumboots or not. Hmm? At some point. And that day I was not in gumboots. I was just putting on my local shoes. This is true, moments. It's still freaky being in it. Huh? So, and the stories that I knew and I've heard about lightning. You know, there was a cousin that we grew up with. One day, she came home, and you know, in Africa with witchcraft, and people want to specialize in everything. So there were some guys that have powers to use the lightning. So they just use lightning and they send lightning to strike somebody somewhere because maybe they are not in good terms and so on. So I remember my cousin one time, back where my grandfather comes from, my grandfather's home. It's in a place. It's in some place, and this place it has so many people believed to be specialists in some weird things, you know. So I remember my cousin one time coming at home and telling a story to my mom. She said, "Do you know that it was raining? It was raining. We were just seated in one of our uncle's house, and then it rained, and it was lightning, and there was lightning, it was raining, and lightning on and off. And she said they were seated. They were seated, and then lightning just struck. Eh? Like it flashed. There was a sharp flash. And she said they actually saw, is it lightning or what? Come, rotate in the house, like it came, like it went round in the house, and then it went out, struck. There was firewood, like there was firewood that was a log of tree. There was a log of tree that was being used as firewood. Struck that and then went. And he was like, okay, I asked like, did you see it? And she said, yes, it came in the house. It went round. It went round in the house and then went 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 outside through the window and then struck, like split the log of wood, and then it disappeared. I was like, so this thunder is something that can be, or thunder lightning is something that can be seen. Then she went explaining, and like, it's like, you know, that one, it was a send one. Someone had sent, they wanted it to strike someone, but it didn't find somebody that in the house. Uh, Lightning strikes all round, so frightening. I remember an electric storm here lasted for 10 hours. Oh, electric storms last for 10 hours. Constant flashes and it would set off the fire alarms. Felt like we were in the end of the time. Oh, so sometimes it's also terrible over there. Me, I don't like that thing. Oh. But after I grow up, nowadays I'm confident. I really don't know why I'm confident that maybe sometimes this it has some reduces some effects with something to do with the strengths. I think the boosters. I think sometimes I tend to feel like they reduce the strengths that of the lightning. Huh? Hello, no ego. That's from Rai. Hi, no ego. How are you? I'm good, no ego. How have you been? What's up, no ego? Jim, do you fear witchcraft? No, I don't fear witchcraft. I don't fear witchcraft. Rim, I'm fine here, up and down in the streets of New York. So, I don't fear witchcraft. But though it is there in Africa, it's something that it is there, and that's why at some point there you really need to be with your God. You be with your God to put a ring of fire around you so that witchcraft is not getting you in any way. Sha, I'm really now talking to you. Yes, no ego is right here, and that's good. Actually, Sha's life and travel show was like, where is no ego? And I was like, no ego is here, but a little bit busy. It's good that you're here, bro. Yes. So, growing up, I just know lightning. Lightning and thunder, it's like in a form of a red rooster and so on. And there are so many things behind it. Huh? Right. Here up and down in the streets, okay, New York City, okay. Yes. I didn't know it's all over, like it scares you, Ray, over there. Professor has no fear of witchcraft. He has protection from his white witch in the US. Hey. Hey, but hey, I'm telling you, there are stories growing up. Jim, don't let no ego ahead get any bigger than it is okay. Huh? Jim, don't let no ego ahead get any bigger than it is okay. Yeah, no. Yes. There's something I wanted to say. Hey. Hey. Jim, would you believe that Sha blocked me from commenting on her shots? Oh. What's up? What's not happening? Because we are all saying, where is no ego? We miss him. Yes, we missed him. He was here and he was like, I'm busy, a little bit busy, and I was like, okay. bro, I get you, but he's right here. uh, but is that true? Like, is that true? No, Ego is complaining that Shah's live in trouble. That you blocked her from. You have blocked him from commenting on. No, no, Ego. What are you talking about? Shah's live in travel has no idea of what you're talking about. Eh? Or you're making a joke. Maybe it's a joke. Eh? Hey. Hey. Yeah, Africa, it has all kind of stories where that's where you can find weird things like lightning looking for somebody, and it's in a in a in a form of a roster. Sure, I'm not able to leave comments on your shots. Oh, what's happening then? Um, okay. Wow. Hey, la 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 la. But as we both my accounts, no, then there's a problem. Then there's a problem. There must be a problem. Both accounts. Maybe if it was one, maybe if it was one common account, you'll actually know that this specific account by using a different account. Then you comment. If you see a comment going on, you will be able to determine that you have been blocked on one account. But if it's both account, then there's a problem. Maybe it's a different problem. No, Igor, are you being serious with me? Oh, yeah. Please check. You should check. No, Igor. Jim, what do you think happened? I don't know what he's talking about. I think you should just check. You need to check. No, Ego, you need to check because in this, I was even thinking maybe it's one account. Maybe you've determined with one account. Now, if it is both account, then it means there's just a problem somewhere. It could be a different problem. Because if it was no creator would block you, and they want you to comment on their posts. They would want you to comment on their posts. Yes, yeah. There's a problem. Yeah, just check. I really don't know what could be the problem, but if it was one account, then you comment, it's not going, then you comment with another one, then you'll be like, okay, and then maybe I'm blocked. But now if it's all of your accounts, then it's a big problem. There's a problem somewhere on your end. Kaka, check please. There's a problem at your end. That probably I would never do such a thing to you, Ego. Oh, sorry about that. No, Ego, please check. Right, you talk to her, ask her to release me. But okay? Are you joking or okay? Please check. Yes, Professor, here in the US, the lightning storms have caused much destruction, especially the areas that are thick with forest, which is what I have all around me. Oh, okay. Then I also came to realize that forests really contribute to lightening, uh, being strong. Because nowadays, after the big forests that we had in our places being cut, after most of them have been cut, I don't okay, back in the village, not so much lightning and thunder and like striking things. It's not so much. Now hearing that you are surrounded by the forest and lightning is too much, makes me understand why in the previous years we had a lot of thunder, because we had thick forests. You see, those forests that grow and they have lots of ground covers. They have ground growths. They are so like thick forests and tall trees. We no longer have them nowadays. They are very uh, it's just in the small parts, you know. This makes me understand now why in the past it was too much for us. In our place, I still give her my likes. Or I think No Ego is joking. Probably at some point, I think I'm also like No Ego is joking, because I expected to maybe to say like one account is not going through and another account is ah okay. No ego, we both know our lovely queen will not block you intentionally. Yes, yes, and no creator wants will not block you and you are there supporting and commenting on their will not. So probably there's a something there's a problem. Yes, hopefully it's not recent solved. I know she wouldn't, but I believe it's a problem on her end, because it happened to me before, and the person went in and regulated it. Okay. Oh, so it is serious. Oh. Maybe, yeah, maybe what Shad's live and travel, maybe what you can go check, you can go check on the shots that No Ego has commented. Click on of the comments, one of the comments that he made, and see what it's displaying. See whatever it will display. Maybe you'll get to understand that. Just go on the previous comments that he made on any of your posts, then click on that comment and check out what it's saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please do. Yes, definitely, Professor. The big trees would attract so much lightning, so it is good when they clear out some. Yeah, that's now. I understand now. Yeah, because during the growing up, we are surrounded by big forest, and huge trees, and lightning. It was. And now we are close to the forest. There's a side we are close to the forest, and there's a side uh, that had big and huge trees. It's all the time it's cleared. It's not on your end. Ask around, because the friend I was experiencing it with is no longer on YouTube. Oh, okay. Then what could be the cause? What could be the cause of that? I don't understand why that's happening. Oh. So is it Kaka, is it YouTube that is blocking you? Or what could be it? That's the first time I'm hearing that. Mostly I've had incidents where maybe just creator blocks, maybe that is. But from nowhere, I've not had that for the longest time, that someone has been blocked on the end and it's like that. Just they can't make comments and so on. Oh, sorry about that though. If it's happening, then it's too bad. Yes, but hopefully it will be solved and you'll be able to comment. Oh. But you've said the likes are going on. The likes you can like, but commenting is the problem. Oh no. Too bad. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll Jim tell how your day went. Any rain? Oh no, the rains are going down. The rains are going down. Actually, today we have no, we just had some clouds, but it didn't rain. Yeah, it was good. It was good. The day was good. How's the farm? Everything is okay. Everything fine, fine. Yes. So guys, I think we'll be ending it right here. Be ending right here. And hopefully I see you on the next one, guys. Please see you on the next one. I want to say bye-bye to you. I want to say bye-bye. Bye-bye for now. So we'll see you on the next. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the likes. Yeah. Today, guys, you've liked. I think everybody that joined today have actually tried best by leaving a like, and that's so good. So I want to say bye-bye to you guys. Love to see you on the next one. On the next one. Yeah, but Shaz Live and Travel, you said you are scared of lightning when you are in the vehicle. You shouldn't be scared. So vehicle is okay because as Ray said, it has a rubber tire, so don't be scared. You have a wonderful rest, Professor. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. It feels wonderful having you on the stream, and you see it makes it easy, like we interact and have all these stories. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening now, Ego and Share. Oh yeah, you guys have a good evening over there. It's evening, but here it's on a new day. It's actually on a Saturday. We are in a weekend. Over here we are in a weekend. Yeah. Okay, that was fantastic. Ray, sleep well. Okay. Thank you. Love and hugs. Bye bye, guys. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye for now.